Let's take a look at the headlines of the dailies this morning. I have the law himself here.
Good morning.
Barrister
Good
Justice.
morning. Good
It is great to have you.
Yeah, it's
You're
always
welcome,
a pleasure
sir.
to join you.
It's always a
and
pleasure.
Good morning to all our viewers.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for making out the time to come this morning. So let's go over it. There's quite a lot here. Let's start with the nation. Let me start with this one. Just above the flag there, Tinubu orders centralized security coordination. You said something about this government that I can see. Remember how the EFCC and the DSS case just came up just a day after inauguration? In fact, it had started just before the inauguration. And how he swiftly, entered this situation and said, look, leave that place first. This is internal. We should not make a show of ourselves and all of that. And then with his meeting with the service chiefs, he has restated that, look, we cannot work at odds with each other. And I mean, we cannot ask for more in this kind of situation. The security agencies really do have to coordinate their efforts in such a way that they make our lands and our borders secure.
It can't be better said. It can't be better said than the way you put it. And it draws me back to what happened in court yesterday. The judge asked the EFCC lawyer, I hope people have resolved it with DSS. I like the way the president actually went about it. He told them straight ahead, vacate that place. And that was what the EFCC lawyer also reminded. They actually now made it clear to us that President Obasanjo at the time actually already took that property away from the DSS and had given it to the EFCC. But if you are like me, I've been to the DSS there and I've been to the EFCC there, you see that it's just one part that the DSS is using. But it now looks like because it used to belong to the DSS is now still insisting on the ownership. So EFCC actually said that it's because they did not tell the DSS to leave the place earlier, totally. That's why the DSS is trying to still lay claim to this. But that, again, is symptomatic of some of the challenges that we've had with our security architecture in this country, where some would, maybe on ego trips, the leaders of this security arm are feeling superior to the leaders of this security arm, of the other security arm, not knowing that we have to work in tandem. What we are chasing is one goal, the security of lives and properties of not just the Nigerian citizens, but of investors or of the whole West Africa or Africa that we call the center of our policy. And that should be the aim. That should continuously be the aim. At no point should we derail from it. And that's what the president actually re-emphasized and re-stamped on that day.
All right. It's the same thing on Daily Trust. Basically, we've said it all. Tinubu gives service chiefs new security templates. There has to be something that we know that there has to be a revamp there. And that's what he's saying. Once against interagency rivalry, you've mentioned that. Says security reforms are coming and others immediate end to oil theft. Somebody, you see, normally when a new, so like a new wedding, there's normally a honeymoon period. Where the person is given, or the people are given the benefit of doubt. But from the first day,
I think he had his honeymoon before he came in.
Exactly. So people are saying that maybe it's due to his pronouncement, but whichever way it is the pedal is down, straight down.
He has hit it. He has hit it. And we are very, very happy for this kind of decisive governance. The last administration, we know of the 6 months.
6 months.
6 month total hiatus.
Without before anything started.
In governance, there was nobody heading the ministry, no action. At some point, he also fell sick.
And you see,
after the 6 months, so we can't have such vacuums.
We can't.
Whether in administration or in actual governance.
And he actually said something. Said, "Look, it's not going to be rosy. A number of people are not happy. We are not happy. But you see, that is what it means to govern. When you start and we can see some things, and then we move. It's not. We're not where we want to be.
Leaders are meant to take tough decisions.
All right. Okay. Let's move from that now and let's see the punch. The punch here says Dangote. Now this one, Dangote, Port Harcourt refineries and others won't change fuel price. That's from the NNPCL. Why not? Refineries production input cost will raise price to current level. That's what Kyari is saying.
Okay.
NNPCL says 1.8 billion liters petrol available. Queues won't exceed Saturday, right? We need to hear the word on the street now. How are the queues? You can let us know. Let's talk about that. Now, reps demand relief and palliatives for Nigerians. Want oil swap deal suspended. So, look, if I produce something, I don't expect that I'll get it at the same price that I get it from other people. But what the NNPCL is saying now is that due to extra charges, services, and maintenance, it will now come up to that level. Should that be the case?
For me, I actually think that whatever it is that they have to do, maybe internally, to ensure that we don't have scarcity.
Okay, that's the number one.
For me, that's number one. Because once there is scarcity, we can't plan around the economy. And when we cannot plan anything around the economy, then the economy is practically in chaos. So first, let's remove scarcity. And anything that will make the government have revenue to do what governments are doing in other climes, that should be done. So if this is what they say is going to make us leave this quagmire of our economy, no money to spend on security, no money to spend on infrastructure, no money to spend on education, I think we should just swallow the bitter pill, the really big and bitter pill, and hit the ground running with this regard. So anything that has to be done, but whenever the price of crude drops at the international market, it should also be reflected in our local market. Of course. It shouldn't just be that it's only going up and up.
It's an OPEC price, and we know we are a member of OPEC.
Yes,
so that means that we should use our standards and what you can see around the world. Because we expect to sell out also.
Yes.
Our prices need to be competitive.
Yes.
Not just in the international community, but to the local
community too. I absolutely agree with you on that. So that has to be done. If that is not done, then it now means that maybe the government is now charging the Nigerian person excessive and high and above what is being charged in the international community. So I think that should be put in place.
All right, wonderful. Let's see if we can do our final paper. The Guardian. 11 years after Occupy Nigeria, Tinubu toes painful path to economic rebirth. You remember Ojota?
Yeah, I was there.
2012.
I was there.
2012.
I was there.
If something was taken there, how much would it have gotten to? I'm trying to remember now. Can't remember the exact figure, but it will be far lower than what it is now.
Yes, because of the naira, the value of the naira.
The value of the naira as at that
value
time.
of the naira.
CBN, by the way, had to put out a rejoinder yesterday to say that no, we didn't, voluntarily drop. We didn't devalue the naira because it was news.
So many rejoinders.
Yes.
Not just CBN.
Okay.
NLC too came to do a disclaimer.
A disclaimer, pardon me.
That they are not saying that the labor is going on strike tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's symptomatic of the fact that there's so much fake news going around, and the government should be up on its
to ensure that they give us communication. Someone said that we should have our weekly briefings back. They should be regular, where when you think about it, if you look at the U.S. government, you see either the chief of staff,
chief press secretary, always on the podium, informing
regularly
of everything that's happening.
Exactly. There's no space for fake news.
So I think that we should also have that regime. If the president is so busy to handling state affairs, we should have eloquent and truthful, to a large extent at least, because politics is a game where you have to hide some things from the public because of...
I don't find the eloquence. Just tell us the truth. No matter
eloquence, but eloquence has to be it, and they have to be up on their game almost every single day. At least once in a week, just like you opined. We should have a podium like that where they inform Nigerians, and journalists, competent and journalists that ask questions in good faith, should be allowed to always be in the room to put the tough questions to the government of the day on what exactly the demands and what exactly is going on in the society, so that the populace will be properly briefed. That will not be waiting to depend on maybe one social media platform or another for
information.
News. Because information is the lifeblood too of any government.
Yes. And of course, as purveyors, as people, as the fourth estate, that is what we are here for.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Barrister. It was a pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
Always great to have you. Looking forward to having you some other time.